Boom shakalaka. I have never seen this for Bitcoin before. Crazy bullish. Stay tuned. What's up everyone, Randall here from Crypto Love. Today's video, a lot of very interesting charts for Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, including one that I have never seen before. Why this is crazy bullish and what it means for Bitcoin and crypto. Before we get into it, guys, like the video, come join us on Twitter through Crypto Love, and subscribe to the OG Bitcoin and crypto YouTube channel, making daily videos since 2017. Wow. Today, Fear and Greed Index back into neutral after the past few days being in fear and then working its way back into neutral. You can see today 53 neutral. The overall market up 2.5% today. Bitcoin is 62,784, Ethereum at 34,75, BNB at 582, and the rest you can read for yourself. Now, Bitcoin, massive breakout, just exactly as we were talking about yesterday. We said, hey, if it breaks up, because you can see there's this wedge right here, if it breaks up, it will likely find resistance at the 21 SMA, which is exactly where it hit and stopped, and go figure. But the big news is it broke out of a month-long downtrend that we were in. This could be very good for Bitcoin if we can sustain the momentum. Now, these bar patterns right here are what happened the last 3 times the blue line crossed below the yellow and green lines right there. All of them long-term bullish for Bitcoin. Now, it appears like Bitcoin's recent month-long price drop was the 22% correction that we've seen along this entire cycle. We had 22, 20, 22, 21, 23, well, 18 and change, almost 19. That's close enough to 22. Looks like the correction is over. Things may be taking off. As a matter of fact, today, the beginning of not only a new month, but also a new quarter, we can see that historically, while June is a pretty bad month for Bitcoin, July, when we have those bad months, tends to be pretty good. So we had a bad June. Potentially, we could be in for a pretty good July. And bouncing off of right here, once again, one of those Tenkan lines or something like that. But we can see every time it bounces, next leg up, pretty legendary each time. Where will we be going this time? As a matter of fact, if you stay tuned till the end, I'll give you a good idea of where we could be headed. And like we were setting, not only a new month, but also a new quarter. These are the quarterly Bitcoin candles. You can see the quarterly candle just closed, retesting previous resistance as now support, which means most likely that it's now heading up, and we may not see prices this low ever again for a long, long time, if ever. Now, here's a cool chart. If we take a look at the 12 multiple, you can see there's 2 very clear levels. There's the 1 and the 2 levels, and pretty much all the way across the board, that's where these bottoms occur in the 12 multiple. Now, the 1 level, number 1, is bottom, okay? Cycle bottom. The 2 is local bottom right before massive bull run, parabolic, all up territory. And guess where we are right now? The 2 level. The blow off top, yet to come, could be pretty exciting. Now, this chart, I have never seen this before for Bitcoin, because guess what? I got into Bitcoin in 2017 after this happened. But Bitcoin on the 6-month charts has broke out of the SAR for only the 2nd time in history. Now, the SAR is a stop and reverse, kind of like a trading indicator that you can use there. But the last time that Bitcoin broke out of this SAR, look at what happened. Price went from roughly $1,000 all the way up to $70,000. That's 70x. Could you imagine Bitcoin doing a 70x over the next few years from here? Oh my goodness, I could too. It's probably going to happen. Just might be a little bit slower than you're waiting for. It does appear like we're at the same spot we were in 2017 when Bitcoin was breaking or bouncing between the 21 EMA and previous all-time high. Almost perfectly. Could this be the time where we break through? Maybe a little bit early, but I think probably September is when we're going to see some massive moves. Maybe we'll see them a little bit earlier. Altcoins also echoing very similarly what happened in 2020, where we had consolidation, breaking above right there, finding support before taking off once again. Again, altcoins finding support, most likely going to be taking off very soon. So, last little thing for the bears out there. It does appear, could be wrong, but does appear like we just saw the last bottom we're going to see in this cycle. If we take a look at the network true hash rate drawdown, this was the market bottom after FTX when we had this giant drawdown right here. That was literally the lowest price you could buy Bitcoin at this past cycle. Well, guess what? Current halving drawdown, same exact thing. Minor capitulation has reached the same levels, suggesting that while this isn't the cycle bottom, this is a local bottom before taking off once again, because there's probably not that many more miners who are going to sell. And if we take a look, the RSI dumped over the past couple days, weeks, whatever it was, but it reached oversold levels only 3 times previously and reached it once again. Now, the 3 times that the RSI reached oversold levels, the first time went up 60%, the second time went up 63%, the third time 198%. Now, based on that, that is 100% on average, which would put Bitcoin price at $120,000 based on that same metric. If things hold true, they may not. But aside from the halving, we also have the US elections, which tend to align with Bitcoin all-time highs. So likely as that occurs, new Bitcoin all-time high coming with that. And where could we be headed? Well, the cool thing is $150,000 is a minimum based on the rainbow price chart right here. Most likely not having a wick-off cycle with all the paper Bitcoin and everything like that. More likely, a lot of indicators suggesting a blow-off top type of cycle, meaning that 150,000 is a minimum. We may be headed to 2, 3, 5, 8. Who knows how high it could go. So that's all for this episode. If you enjoyed it, like the video, join us on Twitter, and of course, subscribe to the channel. Also, YouTube thinks you should watch that video right there. And, well, you're not doing anything else, so go for it. I'll catch you later. Have a good one. Love you. Peace.
If you don't think Bitcoin's going to $1 million a coin and then $10 million a coin, you're already a loser.
From now on, if you don't own Bitcoin, you're a moron.